Charteman's Prime, Charteman's Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Charteman's Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends story review on not a Marvel Legends, but the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Sandtrooper. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I'm totally gushing, geeking out all over the place, man. If you are trying to pick these figures up, man, you can buy them for retail prices at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at bigbadtoystore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Fantastic figures. I absolutely love them, and this figure right here is truly amazing. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. God, these things look so sick, mint on card. But they're to be open. It looks like it's easy to put back in there. You got the orange dots going up and down. He's number 3 out of the set. See the orange lines and dots going over there. You can see that whole scene on Tatooine. And then it says, Imperial Sandtrooper fall prey to a Jedi mind trick that makes them ignore the 2 droids they are searching for. These aren't the droids we're looking for. You can see they have the orange dots over there, and then you have the green ones over here on Boba Fett. Here's the back of both of the figures. So man, you know, to be honest with you, I was going crazy yesterday waiting for this set to come in. Every single time I heard any kind of sound towards the front of the house all day yesterday, I was just running to the front door. So this guy comes with a good amount of accessories. Let's take a look at this gun right over here. I'm going to call this his dewback rifle because it is a long rifle, and this is the one that you see them holding when they're on the dewbacks, and this just looks so nice. Love the silver dry brushing on there. That looks dope, man. Very, very cool. Nice sculpt on this. Very, very nice. And here's his blaster cannon. I'm just making up names for these things, but this looks very dope as well. Nice gold right there. The strap is nice. I wish this was a little bit more pliable, but not a big deal. Some more gold added over here. Nice paint variation on this thing. Very, very cool. Even some little gold right there. Has a 2 on it for some reason. Very dope. And here's his regular blaster that I think most stormtroopers come with. This is just so cool. Really like the sculpt on this thing. Very movie accurate. I like it a lot. He also has his backpack over here, which is very nice. Very, very cool. Like it a lot. And it's removable, of course. So you just, you know, plug it right into this hole right over here. Very nice. And you have this thing over here, which actually has this really nice texture to it. It looks like it's made out of leather, and the buttons are painted gold. I like that a lot. You know, this has like very flat colors, but it's supposed to have very flat colors. Just like the sculpting of it. This also has some articulation right here, so you could spin this around. You're supposed to have it over his shoulder, though. That's where it's supposed to go. I wish there was a peg hole on the side of this thing somewhere where you could plug in one of his rifles, especially this one right here. It has a peg sticking out right there, so it would have been nice to be able to plug this in on the side. Or this one has a peg sticking out right over here, too. So, I don't know, maybe I'm missing it, but it would be nice to store him over here somehow. The paint sculpt on this thing is just beautiful. So many details in here. It just came out so clean, man. This Black Series so far has come out better than our current Marvel Legends waves. I just love the amount of detail on the paint, and I love the silver down here. You got some blue stripes. Of course, you're just looking at it, but I really love this dirty look. The brown wash on here is just so cool. Really like it a lot. Now, I do have some minor gripes with the paint, but nothing major. I love how this shoulder pad over here has some stretching going on. Looks like it's made out of an actual material. I don't know about that line right there in the middle of his chest. That does look a little weird, but not a big deal. He has similar kind of lines under his eyes over there, but it's not bad. Looks pretty damn cool. Look at all that right there on his belt. That is sick, man. Ah, it's so cool. I'm not really happy about that black streak. It just came like that out of the package, but again, not a huge deal. Even his feet came out really nice. His ankles lack a little paint, but they still have brown on there. This just looks so damn cool, man. There is some white on these black parts over here inside his thighs, which is a little annoying, but not a big deal at all. Like, if I really want to, I could just easily paint this black, but not a huge deal for me. I'll remove his backpack over here so you could see the paint detail on his back. It just looks so nice. They just painted this thing through and through. Just awesome. really love this thing, man. The articulation on this thing is badass. Now, there are some hindrances with his armor, but it's nothing major. His backpack does hinder his head articulation a little bit, so with the backpack on, he can only really look up that much. You take the backpack off, he can look all the way up like so, which isn't too bad. And his head actually pivots side to side, so you can have a confused Sandtrooper like so. And even taking this thing off over here, he can move his head a little bit more. So, you know, with that off, he can really look confused. And then he moves side to side just fine. His shoulders only move out that far, but you can move them all the way forward like so. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. His wrist moves side to side. His left wrist moves up and down like so, but on this side over here, it moves vertically, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of. I'd rather have both the wrists move like this one over here. He has a great diaphragm joint that moves side to side. You can move it forward a bit, moves back very far. No waist joint, not a big deal. He has hip articulation. They can move out that far. Now, getting his legs to move forward is a bit tricky, but you can do it. So you have to kind of, I don't know, just moving it like that. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. But you can also move this swivel over here and then kick it up even further, but it's got a weird angle over there. That's a funny pose for a Sandtrooper. But yeah, very nice thigh swivel over here. He has double jointed knees that move very far in. That is cool. Look at that. That is dope, man. He has ankles that move down. They move all the way up, and he has that beautiful ankle pivot, and they did add peg holes at the bottom of his feet. The thing I have to add is that with his backpack on, he still has a lot of great ab movement over here, so it doesn't hinder the articulation at all, only the head articulation. The height of this guy is pretty nice. He stands barely over 6 inches tall. And here he is compared to Big Time Letdown Spider-Man, so he is just a little bit shorter than the average Marvel Legend. I don't know why, but somebody had asked me to compare him to an Iron Man figure, so here he is compared to Modern Armor Iron Man. Here he is compared to a couple of my Power of the Force Sandtrooper figures made by Kenner. These were pretty cool and everything. I was really into these back in the day, and they have really nice paint detail on them and everything, but this is just superior. This just came out so nice. Now, one thing that is really badass, and you can do this if you want to, you know, this isn't the greatest thing in the world, but you can fit him on a dewback if you wish to do so, which I think actually looks pretty damn cool. I'm not posing the legs very well here, but you can get him on a dewback, which looks pretty cool. So this is a Power of the Force dewback, in case you're wondering. I'll show some pictures later. And here he is compared to Boba Fett, and they are the same exact height, which is perfect because they're cloned from the same person. This is just too cool of a figure, man. I absolutely love it. I'd say hurry up and go to Big Bad Toy Store, get these things pre-ordered, because I know all the retailers are going to sell out of them very fast, man. Very cool figure. Awesome. I cannot praise it enough. Absolutely love it, man. Been gushing over these things. Fucking amazing, man. Love them. Alright, hope you guys like my review, and I will catch you later. Peace.
Next time you're done watching my videos, where are you going? BKBN.net. Where are you going? BKBN.net.
He could look all the way up like